Hi there, this is Rafa, and this is what we're going to be building in this tutorial series. Welcome to the meme generator. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the head of engineering at a startup called People. So allow me 45 seconds, and I promise I'll time it, to shamelessly plug my app. People is the ultimate social recommendation tool to discover and search for the best products, restaurants, shows, movies, books, music, etc. recommended at any time by your friends and favorite influencers. You can also collect your recommendations, grouping them by collections on your profile, and recommend to let everyone know about the products that you love. There is much more to the app that I can tell you about in 45 seconds though, so I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you can download the app today and check it out. Okie doke, let's continue. This video playlist is also meant as a companion for a written tutorial series on Medium. You can find the link for that down below. But back to the generator. The idea here is to create a site, and we'll be using Next.js for the site itself, by the way, that will make HTTP requests to the lambdas we'll create to handle all the image processing. Once the lambdas handle everything, we'll just download the image and that'll be it. Now, who's this tutorial series for? Well, I'll try to cater to beginners and non-beginners as much as I can. In the end, the idea is to show you how to create your first Lambda, which you'll do before this video is over, and how to give you real-world examples of how to use Lambda in production environments. Serverless, Puppeteer, and Sharp will be our biggest focus points. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get going, peeps. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your AWS Management Console. Once you're there, you're either going to find Lambda under the recently visited services, or just type in Lambda under the Find Services input, and you're going to just click on it. Once that page loads, you're going to find yourself something similar to this. Maybe you have some functions already. This is the place where you're going to manage all your Lambda functions. You're going to be able to paginate, find them by tags, attributes, or whatever. So if it's empty, it's fine. Just go ahead and click on Create Function, that orange button on the top right. Once you're here, you're going to find some options. You can either author from scratch, use a blueprint, or browse the serverless at repository. We're just going to author from scratch here. After all, this is nothing but a hello world example. So let's just type in a function name. I'm going to be using hello world HTTP. Here you can see all the available runtimes. We're just going to stick with node 12, and here you could choose or create execution roles. You don't need to mess with any of this for now, so you can just go ahead and click on create function. It's going to take from 30 seconds to a minute, so I'm just going to fast forward here a little bit. Alright, so here we are. This is our first Lambda. Down here you're going to find the code from the Lambda itself. As you can see, this is nothing but a standard boilerplate code for hello from Lambda. You can either edit the code online, upload a zip file, and upload a file from Amazon S3. To be honest though, you're probably going to end up using serverless to deploy the Lambda straight from your Mac, PC, or whatever you use. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. If at any point you want to change the runtime, you can do it here. Maybe you want node 12, maybe you want node 10, so you can just change it here easily. And here you can change the entry point to the Lambda itself. Up here you can see that it's very easy to add triggers and destinations to how the Lambda gets activated and maybe what happens after the Lambda itself executes. But for now, we're just gonna, test that the Lambda works with a test event that's nothing but an empty object. So we just do this, click on test, and you can see it succeeded. If you click on here, you can see status code 200, body hello from Lambda. You could also click on here and this will take you to the logs on CloudWatch. But for now, we're not gonna go there. Obviously though, you're never gonna be executing your Lambda or triggering your Lambda this way. So let's just go ahead and add a very simple trigger. After all, we're only going to be using HTTP triggers on this tutorial, so that's just very easy to set up. Let's just click here on Add Trigger. Once you're there, you're going to want to look for API Gateway, which is the first option on the drop-down. Just click on it. Here, you're just going to select HTTP API. You're probably going to want to use an authorizer on production Lambdas, but for now we're just going to leave it open and we're not going to mess with additional settings at this point. And there it is. So now what this does is you got an endpoint that once it's called, you're going to be able to trigger your Lambda. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our terminal and we're just going to use curl to make a request. So just type in curl-xget and paste the endpoint that was generated, and you should get hello from Lambda, just like we did with the test event. You also have any number of triggers you could use. Again, in this tutorial, we're only going to use API Gateway, but if you go here, you can see you got S3, SNS, SQS, CloudWatch events. I mean, pretty much anything within the AWS ecosystem is going to be able to trigger a Lambda for you. If you click again here on Hello World HTTP, let's just see how easy it is to just make a change and execute it again. So we're just going to type in hello from Lambda, I don't know, my friend, whatever, I don't know. And just click save up here. You do need to click save so it updates the code. After that, we're just going to click on test once again. And we can see it succeeded once again, and voila, we have the hello from Lambda, my friend. So there you go. You created your first Lambda, executed it with success, and you didn't die trying. I think we're just going to leave it here for part 1 of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. And for more content like this, subscribe to my channel.